an actual expert, a very well-respected expert, to reboot those claims. Now, race is to an extent, like, where do we divide the lines of who fits in the white box, who fits in the black box, and so forth? Okay, you can say there's social construction there. Mm-hmm. However, they call them the experts. They refer to the different groups of people as human populations. They don't use the term race. In the New York Times, when asked about it, he did say, well, there is a substantial overlap of what, the racial classifications and what we would term human populations. In other words, people from very specific geographical regions that had been separated from other groups for long periods of time. And so, I mean, that is real in terms of, there's a reason Chinese people look Chinese and sub-Saharan Africans and so forth. We all have different phenotypes. That's part of the genetic differences that stem from, real evolutionary and geographical differences that took place over thousands of years.
All right. Great. Is there any confusion? And thank you, Donnie, for where's Donnie? Oh, he left. For any confusion around race, ethnicity, and or nationality. I feel like nationality, we're not even in this anymore, but yeah. Oh. Get out.
I do think that this debate of whether something is a racial caste system or an economic caste system or whatever it is kind of, it's a good debate to have, but I think that there's truth in all of it. The people who just so happen to fall under the classification of the undeserving race happen to be at the lower part of the caste system. So I think there's a healthy debate within it all. I think
people are genetically superior?
No, that's not. I don't know if you have a
conversation. No. I don't think that's what she was meaning.
Yeah, okay. No, it's okay. It's a comprehension.
See, I just want to push back and say this is not.
I just want to finish what I'm saying. Hold on. I just want to finish what the fuck I'm saying. Jesus fucking Christ. All I'm saying is I haven't heard anything here that's not debatable. Nothing here that I've heard has been a moot point. It hasn't.
Like, we should probably talk about anger management.
Oh my God.
You guys, please let her finish.
Why are you adding me if you're being so rude?
Sorry, I'll wait to ask my question when you're finished. Go ahead.
Yes, please.
Thank you. You can go next for sure.
Or something? The fuck?
You can go next for sure, okay? But first, you go ahead and finish, and then I'll
next.
El Normo, good Shabbos. Raboina Shaloilam, you're here, the star of the show. Did you enjoy the awards ceremony room? It was like a 2-hour room. I mean, I read the Shin Shin Ming at the end of it. Do you want to try to do a minyan? A pre-Shabbos minyan?
No, I gotta get ready for Shabbos.
Ugh. So are you gonna be off the app for a full 24-hour cycle?
A full 24-minute cycle, baby.
No, 24-hour cycle. Are you gonna meditate, like actually disconnect from this digital communication paradigm?
I'd like to, if I can, if I'm not too addicted.
I'm so addicted to creating videos. It's like, I can't even imagine having to go back to work and doing what I've been doing for the past 4 years and like sit in a cubicle again and just have to be in that cubicle 40 hours a week. I just can't do it. And maybe that's not what it would be. But anyways, the point is, I hope you have a great Shabbos. And, when two people are gathered together to study Torah, they say that's when the presence is there.
Right.
And
I agree.
Yeah, I've definitely done that on this app, and I definitely feel like a third party or an X factor. So I just, I know I'm like ridiculous, and, I like that you say I'm a performance artist, and I just wish more people actually engaged in study on this app, as opposed to all the racial identity politicking and content creation with regards to that. But it is what it is, that's the reality we live in. So I encourage you to really create a YouTube. I would subscribe and publish it and post it and share it. And I think that you live streaming yourself in a room that says on record for YouTube and just make it explicit and anybody can come, but they have, by coming into the room and coming on stage, they agree to be in your YouTube live and stream yourself because time is limited. And if Larry David can have 12 seasons, you can have 12 seasons. And I honestly think it could be, if you're willing to do it, you should do it. You can do it all on your own. And I'll just be I'll just share the heck out of it. That's the best thing I can do.
Thank you. All right. Have a good Shabbos.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Bye.
That I've heard after listening is completely, it can all be debated. I haven't heard anything that's like fully wrong because there's room for all of it to exist, especially because of the coincidences that exist in caste systems. And I'm only using the word coincidences because people don't want to be realistic about the fact that some things are set up that way, so yeah.
Tracy Allen?
Yeah, I just think that being on Clubhouse and having these racial identity politics debates is the lowest form of conversation. And if you continue wasting your time in this infinite regression and non-compression, you guys need to go read a book and get the fuck off of this hypnosis.
Hey, let him finish.
Conversation is unnecessary.
No, Chrissy, let him finish. Just let him finish.
Yeah, because he just doesn't disagree.
Go ahead, Chrissy. Go ahead, take your extra large Starbucks.
Go ahead.
Never read a book. The point is all communication is hypnosis. This is basic racial identity politicking, and you guys are incompetents who need to read a book. And that guy Rohan over there, he's another incompetent. Everyone here who wastes their time with this bullshit is a bullshitter. Pepe knows the FBI crime statistics. There is a major epidemic of black male crime in this country. They can't stop seeming to continue to commit crimes against their own population as against businesses and everything else. There's a major cultural problem. There's a legal problem. Most people don't spend their time studying the law. If we were to actually spend our time reading books, you'd stop with your bullshit racial identity politics. I am complete. Thank you all very little.
Thank you, Alan. I really appreciate you wasting your time with us. Hi, Rohan. How are you doing?
Good. Can I say one thing really quick? Hey, Panda. Good to see you.
No, give me your full thoughts.
Okay, thank you. My full thoughts. Whenever I hear people talk about racial identity politics, it's very often people from the right. And when you realize what they actually focus on, they focus on nothing but racial identity politics. They're obsessed with trans people. They're obsessed with gay people. The first thing they do is try to figure out how to make the lives of black and brown people more difficult. They're obsessed with legislation around women. They're obsessed with every single identity except white cis males. Everything they do. So to me, it's always fantastic. And shout out to Pepe if he's still here. I'm trying to find the audio of him admitting to be a racist to me on Twitter. So let me keep searching really quickly to find this audio, or he can just admit it.
Oh, I'm racist.
Okay,
Everybody knows that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, good. All right, that's all I got.
Wait, can we get audio though? Sorry.
When Rohan says that white people project about trans and gay people and black people and Latinos,
why are you
Asians,
wasting your time? Read a book.
it's Rohan that does all the
Let him
projecting.
read.
You guys are the ones obsessed with these identities, and these identities don't even exist. You are all delusional hypocrites. You're stupid, low IQ retards. That's what you all are. To remind you how stupid you are. Get a fucking job. Get off of welfare. Do something with your fucking lives, you fucking incompetent idiots.
Everything's fine, guys.
You don't have to drop it. It's all right.
He wasn't dropped.
I dropped it.
Was he dropped? Oh, you dropped? Why did you
bring him back up. It's okay.
Because he needs to read it. It's okay. Everything's fine. We are in the same room. I'm sorry. Everything's okay.
It's okay. He was yelling.
Same boats.
That
We're
probably
all
helped
same
him out a
little
bit.
pack
He
of
took a little breath.
okay? We're not.
See, I feel like I'm
we're
like
wasting
being
the
really
same
crazy,
time,
but
no problem,
it sounds to me like I'm actually being pretty
Everything's
normal.
fine here. It's all right. It's all right. You're right here with us, Alan. You also need to get off of welfare. All right.
Okay.
Listen, talk to Mackendall. Why does Ish use the photo of a fucking faggot white guy? Because he's making fun of faggot white people.
Oh, I never even knew that was.
So Alan, you can finish up and then it'll be on FISA.
Yeah, Alan, go right ahead. FISA, you're next.
Listen, this app is a bullshit app of decompression. You can't have a succinct conversation in 1 hour and expect anyone to actually gain any academic or personal insight into the problem. The problem is you. The problem is these racial identity politicians who don't take personal responsibility for their own incompetence and the crimes that are being committed on black. Black men are the biggest problem to the black community, and black women are the biggest problem to the black community. There's no personal responsibility. There's no care for education. It's just give me my extra large Starbucks so I can look at TikTok and take my baby to the grocery store so I can carry out some Frito-Lay chips and some soda pop for the weekend.
Okay. FISA.
Thank
They
you,
call that a
Alan.
crash show.
Okay.
So Mike on FISA.
Yep.
That sounds like Mike.
I just had a question for Pepe. Would you mind dropping the link regarding the Harvard research paper you mentioned earlier, please? Thank you.
Oh, the New York Times.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect. Anybody going next? Rohan, I don't know if you want to. Oh, wait, never mind. I don't know.
No,
Rohan, go right ahead. Do your
I was
thing.
gonna say just be careful when Pepe drops papers because he has a problem with interpreting stuff that he reads. He came to our space and was like,
I'm aware. I like to read.
"Oh, you're aware.
Sides.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, black women that are in nursing do worse in nursing and have more issues because they're black." When he pulled the paper, it says, "Black women are totally fine as nurses, but they're disproportionately discriminated against." He can't read it. Which is a fact.
I don't remember making that. I wouldn't have made that argument.
I have the audio, but
If you have the audio, share it. I wouldn't have argued that point.
give me a second. So these people, when you hear them talk, they're typically broke. Talking about people getting jobs, ask them to post their bank accounts or some shit. They're typically broke, can't read, illiterate, and I can pull some of that here if people want.
Pepe, did you ever find where Indigenous Yemeni people came from?
Yeah, most of them have they're Semitic people, and they said that on the coast you had people that came from the Horn of Africa.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Pepe.
But I mean, the majority of them are not. Like that's a small percentage, though.
Nope.
That's what it says. Like
Do you have these?
only a small portion of them are African.
Can you please drop the link?
Yeah.
The same link you were reading. Thank you. I'm sorry, we're making.
I just want to know, is anybody here ever going to read a book on Clubhouse, or are you just going to talk and use racial identity politicking for the rest of your lives? Where do you think it's really going to get you?
Alan?
It's a talking app, genius.
Hey, Alan.
Stop crashing out, Alan.
Can you suggest a book for us?
Yeah, why don't you read the
Hold on. Everybody let Alan talk. Can you suggest a book for us,
read
Alan?
the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu or the Xin Xin Ming. Read any kind of philosophy from outside the United States, India, China. You have to read. If you're just going to come on this app and think you're going to get enlightened or actually gain any education, this is barely even social. This is basically, let me project my own anger and my own bullshit onto you so you can absorb my talk therapy. This is nothing but a dopamine cartel you're all engaged in, and you deny it. You guys are all a bunch of fucking morons.
Who's that? What's the
Why are you still here, Alan?
Alan, you're the end.
Some of us are compassionate enough to come back and remind morons to stop with your dopamine production. It's ruining your lives. You're wasting your fucking times. Grow the fuck up and do something with your lives.
This is why.
Can I ask you a question?
Let
me just say something.
This is why white people are case studies.
Story. 1 second. We gotta do one mic. So if he's talking or yelling or whatever, just let him finish, and then it'll be on the next person.
What is this, the chillism room? How are you ladies so chill? I don't understand it.
I don't know.
I think you have a lot more energy than the rest of us.
High substance.
Relax, Alan.
Listen to me. Listen. Who is next?
Can I?
Well, I just wanted to say
Oh,
that
that
if he
story
reads
is-
the house name, it literally says for research purposes only. So these women have these good, clean women, and men of the room have no.
What makes him so clean?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm actually
My
very
God,
dirty,
man.
Chrissy. I'm very dirty.
Oh no!
I'm
Come on,
disgusting.
come
I'm
on,
a filthy
These
animal.
good,
Come on, because
clean
that
and
story is
dirty
not-
women.
Are they
Yeah,
Christian
I know.
women? Is that what makes them good?
They have no
Shout out to you,
reason to
Chrissy.
be out of
It's on
sorts.
that.
Yeah, I mean, I just be popping in and out. Thanks for letting me on stage. I think sometimes, like, when you say, are you white enough, for many of us that do have those, lineages, we know, exactly how, they would have thought in the past, where some of their self-esteem issues may lie, and some of their ineptitude in their acculturation with even becoming white and remaining white and staying white, right? For those that still are visibly white, right? Because there's people that are mixed that lose the phenotype, still got the genotype. Like most of us probably would have some strain connection to that. But that being said, I always look at them as like a case study because for the most part, everything that they claim is an amalgamation of other cultures that they have, taken. Every symbol they use, every to some extent every language they speak, every food they eat, every custom they have, even their participation in civilization. So, I feel like we always just got to remember that when we're dealing with them, because when we know ourselves and we know that for the most part what they are is it's other cultures. It's nothing necessarily pertains to them and their roots. Just be aware of that because sometimes when you hit them with the truth about who they are, where they're from, they don't always like hearing that, because they believe in things that are, like I said, like that is not real. They think they are the source of a lot of cultures and civilizations and, that they built something, but in reality, they just have always taken and, they always do that. So, yeah, just be aware that when you be around them, even Alan himself, he uses other cultures and it's not uncommon, but yeah, a lot of times when they were whitewashed, they will say that they created this or they donned this way of thought, and for the most part, it's untrue. There's never been a time where they existed without us, and yeah, we've always done best when they have been the minority, and that's how it should be.
I think real quick to add to that.
That's like saying a whole lot of nothing.
What you're hearing in these crash outs is poverty. I just want to nail this home. It's poverty. These are people born on third base that turned up to be in a room of black and brown people that are more successful than they are. So you're hearing the last ravages of poverty.
How do you know what success really is, bro?
One mic, please.
Ask these people. Ask Alan what he does for a living and listen to this shit.
I'm a professional YouTube troll, 2022 Clubhouse Award of the Year recipient. I record dumb motherfuckers like you for a living. That's what I do.
Thanks, cool,
it's a career choice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I got it too.
Who's next?
Can I just say something real quick, and then you can go to whoever's next?
Sure.
So it's interesting that a lot of times when people bring up, oh, you need to read a book, and it's pertaining to the dynamic of racism, they always pick a book that predates the system of racism. It predates European colonies, and it predates all. You can't have a conversation from a point that predates the problem. You can't have that conversation because.
How about you just avoid it altogether, dumb motherfuckers, and read a book?
Alan, could you please let Street talk? Thank you.
So when you start talking about books and writings from like several millennia old China about things that came out of Europe and entered into the world, it doesn't work because you can't have that conversation that way.
You mean words don't work unless it's related to racism? Oh my God, who would have thought? You're going to always go back to racial identity politics, and who would have known?
Alan, we're just going to let Street finish. Go right ahead.
So when you talk about books like Just Cause or even Just Medicine and all these things that talk about, racism in medical spaces, racism in legal structures and institutions, those books link back into original works that talk about how we ended up here, and they go backwards and start walking backwards through other documentation. You can't walk backwards beyond the problem because prior to that point, they didn't have that problem. So it's just funny that they always want to bring up like stuff that predates everything without talking about where the problem starts and where it came from.
Got it. Thoughts?
Yeah, the only thing that's important is the now. It is the all important, the NOW. Is there racism right now? Do you feel it? Do you see it? Did Donald Trump get rid of DEI? Is that racist? Is all you talk about is racism and racial identity politics? You need to talk about God, maybe, philosophy, love, wisdom, equilibrium, yoga, exercise, diet, and depoliticize your bullshit. Rohan, T, Pay, Panda, RPO, and all the other stupid racial identity politicians on this app. Go to the fucking gym and vote Trump again when he becomes our president again in 4 years. Thank you all very little. I am complete.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Pepe?
I appreciate you.
I don't think he'll ever be complete, but that's just an opinion.
He'll sort it out.
Right.
Yeah. So I would just say, I heard Rohan talking about. Trust me, my problem isn't that I'm broke or anything like that. I have other problems, but that's not one of them. Now, it's just really like it's really low IQ when people they enter a debate or a conversation and they just start making broad sweeping I don't know, I guess you could say insults, saying, oh, well, these black people that like to talk about this all day, these are the low IQ EBT card selling, pieces of shit. The real black people are out working. Look at these losers. See, if you do stuff like that, it's just kind of, it's disingenuous. It's very low IQ. I mean, so a lot of people don't take you seriously when you say stupid shit like that.
That's why the concept doesn't really exist.
So, I mean, I would just say, if you're gonna have a good faith debate with people in the future, not want to turn people off.
Did you like my performance? I'm re-listening to it.
You have to know the timing of when to make a joke.
See, what these fucking schwartz on here don't understand is that they're hypocrites. And when he says the neo-Nazis, they're actually the neo-Nazi hypocrites. You're the racist, you fucking idiot.
First of all, Pepe, I'm not looking for a good faith debate with racists. What the hell am I doing wasting my time trying to convince racists about my
I hate this guy.
life?
He's a fucking idiot.
I care not what you think, so I'm not trying to debate you. I'm trying to make you look as stupid as you are in real time. And then furthermore, I don't need to speak to generalizations when I'm responding to some person like Alan talking about black people and this and that. This isn't a debate. This is a conversation with people with intelligence in this particular room, which is a room that I particularly like, and people that are dumb. And so you can talk IQ if you want. Let's do an IQ test. I mean, what the fuck? I don't need your support. If I said something that you respected, I would double check what I just said.
Yeah, well, all right. I mean, I was just showing you how it's just it comes off as really cheap, and I don't know. I mean, if I hear somebody insulting somebody else in that way, when you obviously don't know me, so you have no idea if I'm poor or anything about my life. So, I mean, your insult literally means nothing.
Listen, the point is they have no point. This is a show about nothing, and they don't even know it's a show.
You want to be included yourself.
Kick me anytime. I want to get the fuck away from you morons. Kick me, please.
That's so true. It's true.
He's staying here.
No problem. Alan? I don't find anything wrong with him. He's cool. He's just
I'm going to go to the gym in a little bit, and when I work out, I'm going to forget all of this stupid conversation about nothing because no points were made. Nothing intelligent was actually transferred. Nothing. Not one intelligent thing has been said yet. It's been 20 fucking minutes. Learn to talk is stupid. Read a book. Use the app to read a book. Don't just keep the racial identity politics, you fucking morons. Wake the fuck up and live your best life now.
It was awesome. I thought I was being crazy mean or something, but it's not. I'm not being crazy mean or racist.
He's staying here.
No problem. Alan? I don't find anything wrong with him. He's cool. He's just
I'm going to go to the gym in a little bit, and when I work out, I'm going to forget all of this stupid conversation about nothing because no points were made. Nothing intelligent was actually transferred. Nothing. Not one intelligent thing has been said yet. It's been 20 fucking minutes. Learn to Read a fucking book once in a while. Use the app to read a book. Don't just tell us to skip the racial identity politics. You fucking morons. Wake the fuck up and live your best life now.
I just spit all over my phone.
It's his turn, please, for replays.
So, Chris, I don't know if you heard at the end, but I came in under another burner account, and I said,
Live your best life now and stop with your racial identity hypnosis. Shh, you're stupid. Admit it. Read a book. Grow the fuck up. Do something with your lives. Maybe create a book, and it's called I'm Reading You a Book. Let's read books to each other. Let's try to make ourselves smarter instead of running your fucking useless mouths. You fucking idiot!
Good job, guys.
I love how I fade out.
Great. You guys did so good on that one. I do want to know what made him so angry.
Poverty.
No, I think he was upset before that. I think he forgot to take his
makes
meds.
people angry, yeah, especially when they don't know they're stupid.
I love it how when a Schwartz thinks he has more money than you, it makes him think he's like way smarter than you and way cooler than you or something. And I bet you this fucking Schwartz doesn't even have more money than me.
That's Yiddish for something. I don't know.
He's using Yiddish.
Okay, understood.
Monica, Pepe, and Street, I'm gonna need you to get your Caucasian brother because this is very scary.
He's Jewish. I don't claim him either.
Are you not the same person?
Oh, you guys.
Here we go again with the racial identity politics. You dumb motherfuckers can't stop thinking about race, ethnicity. Start thinking about something new in your lives. Maybe try to read what's called a book.
I love this. This is like my best work.
Alan, I don't know about you guys. I think it's great.
Indifferent.
Yeah, of course you would. This is a garbage room.
Of course it's different because you're used to listening to Rohan organize white hate rooms 24/7. Look at the size of that fucking bulb.
Bro, what are you talking about, bro?
I don't care.
I do science rooms. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you're a racist, Rohan. That's why you create rooms about racism all the time. Don't you understand? You are what you say you are, you fucking idiot.
I have never done a room on racism, bro. Are you on drugs?
No, I'm sitting here drinking water in the sun, doing yoga, listening to how stupid you are. How much longer will you be stupid? How many more stupid rooms are you going to create? Do you think you're actually causing any change or effect with your stupidity? I don't think so.
Oh, Alan, just as an FYI, Rohan didn't make this room.
Bro, lay off the mess.
So I don't know where this conversation
Rohan
is
creates a lot of
going.
stupid rooms. Maybe you should go to one of his stupid rooms sometime and listen to how stupid it is.
All right, I don't know where this conversation's going. I think we've, kind of.
Neither do I. I have no doubt that this room was actually about nothing. So congratulations on creating another room about white hate and about nothing. You fucking racist hypocrite morons.
So we can do an RBO test, but I don't think he'll take it.
Let's try it.
What do you guys think? I think he's perfect for RPO.
Can I ask one last question before you run the test?
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead. I mean,
Alan, I saw, please don't scream at me, but I saw that you changed your PTR. What do you have against the African king, Elon Musk?
I don't have anything against Elon Musk. I don't even have anything against any of you racist, incompetent fools. You're just a bunch of fucking morons who don't read books. You create racial identity hypnosis conversation rooms all the time. You never actually mention anything interesting or intelligent. You guys are the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever heard in my life. Get a fucking life, you fucking idiots.
Killing it!
Rethink my love for Chinese philosophy. He's getting a little old, though.
If this was a corporation and Elon Musk was the CEO, you'd all be working at McDonald's or Taco Bell right about now because you're fucking idiots who don't discuss anything intelligent or interesting. You're the racist hypocrites you say you're not. All you do is create hate. You're fucking idiots. You hear me, Rohan? You hear me, T? You hear me, Payoff? Go back to Taco Bell and McDonald's where you belong, you fuck. No one, you incompetent motherfucking. You fucking idiots. You're stupid. Read a book. Go to
our
I killed it. That was awesome.
ways, and we're gonna do it in a way that benefits you the best. All right, or the most.
So he used to have more material.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the
trolling,
follow-up.
But what happens is people tolerate him less and less. So then now he gets repetitive. He used to do yoga on the app. He used to bring audiobooks to read on the app. It's sad.
This is my favorite part. This is like when a fat person follows up to like get her dig in on me when she is a disgusting fat body.
Poor John Edmund. Very sad.
Monica, did you track him down?
He used to do yoga on the app.
Why he's crashing out online?
Poor Alan. And when I say poor, I mean impoverished.
He's not used to all this attention because people usually just tolerate him for a few minutes, but he doesn't understand that RPO women have stamina and resilience and resistance. So he's now repeating himself because he's not been stretched and pressured to bring quality trolling to rooms. So it's like a special needs troll right now. We should
Makes absolutely no sense.
in the chat for condolences.
Do you think that he's broken and maybe Joby could help him and save him?
We should actually pin Joby. Maybe she can fix him and bring him, guide him and direct him. She needs a project because I'm not willing to be her special little project. So maybe so.
Pass her number.
Yeah, I hope y'all did appreciate that I did block out her number for privacy because I really don't dox people, and so
I saw that. That's dope. Very nice. Okay.
See, I thought I would like get people angrier or something.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to that room.
Can we please play Man in the Arena?
Man in the Arena. All right.
It's in the jump.
Let me talk to the other mods and see where we're going with this.
I felt like, by the way, too, that we had.
You can take over because I wasn't really.
No, I felt like, and Ron, I know you were listening. It did get derailed quite some time ago, but we were trying to kind of understand the differences between, or actually really just to talk about the confusion around race versus ethnicity. And I think things ended up getting lost with some other extra stuff and yada yada, but whatever. Which was partially my fault as well. But I'm not too sure if we ever completed that conversation. I don't know if Rohan, I think you probably came up around that time or something like that.
Sorry, El Normo, I'm listening to the playback from this room called Are You White Enough? Part 2. You spoke in it, but I was actually just reanalyzing what I said. Chris was in here listening to it. I mean, I feel like I'm not crazy when I say these things to people who talk about racial identity politics all day. When I say, stop doing what you're doing, read a fucking book, and I scream at them because it's comical, but I think it's funny and I think it does register with them. Like in this room, they didn't eject me. They indulged me. So I think they know that what I'm saying transcends what they're saying, and they tolerate it for a moment. But then they kick me because it's a curated space. I understand. But anyways, that was what I was doing. Do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear what I said? Or do you want me to go to your part? You want me to go to your part?
Is that when you were trolling?
I don't, to me, this isn't trolling. This is like me being a drill sergeant on the front line saying, wake the fuck up, you idiots. You guys are wasting your time and you're full of shit. Like, read a fucking book. I mean, you don't use this app productively. You guys are fucking stroking your own egos nonstop and being racial identity politicians. Anyways, you were in it. I mean, you want to hear your part?
Is that when they asked me what I like to eat and all of that?
I don't know. I saw it briefly. But yeah, here.
Or something. If I'm going to a corporate board meeting or a ball or something, just the shampoo, drench.
This isn't me. This is somebody named Point. Somebody doing a voice.
It's about like 5 minutes after.
Yeah, that's good.
This is an hour and 57 minutes into the room.
Yeah.
When he
5
runs,
minutes after that.
when the Chuck's gonna wood chuck.
I don't know if you even say anything at this point.
I don't know why this person
It's
not
hot
here.
as
It's hot as fuck out here, my
damn.
damn.
What is
Yeah, so super white. You kind of ways. Oh man.
Yeah, you're the only one in the room who's not a
Nailed
mod.
it. At least
Oh, you want me to do it?
yeah, no mo.
Yeah, see here.
Normal.
One
No
time.
mo. Hello, El
She
Normo.
thought she was
You don't want no
insulting
more
her
problems,
calling
do
me
it?
black, and I took it as a compliment.
What's that now?
Oh, gee, tell Normo to do it. He could ask a bunch of questions since I'm white.
This guy is funny.
All right. Bama,
Yeah, what's
what?
that
Hey, Normo.
It's funny. You should get a burner account, El Normo.
What's your favorite flavor of Kool-Aid?
Red.
Oh shit.
Oh, what the fuck?
You see that? That's
What do you
pretty
mean?
funny.
This is spicy.
Ask him the next question.
That's pretty funny.
It is.
If I sit around the corner, high five.
That's what I'm saying. If you live streamed yourself and captured it first person with a camera in front of you, and you people would watch your show. I mean, I don't know how successful or if you would even make money, but
You're saying I'm compelling.
you are compelling. You have to do this because I was thinking about it. It's like, because technically it's competitive reframing because there's so much information being passed in a video, you will technically reframe Clubhouse and do a big mitzvah. And so if you expose yourself on camera having these very controversial conversations, which are technically rated R or PG-13, it will go live on YouTube. There's no filtration on YouTube for
I
people.
understand that, but you know, it's got to be a little bit more organized than just people yelling at each other. Even though I'm being funny and I'm actually doing my best, and I guess you recognize that. I take it seriously. I mean, even when I'm joking, I'm still taking it seriously. I'm just using the humor as a form of communication.
But you have to look at it in terms of building your own library catalog. Even 100 sessions on Clubhouse, and you've done thousands. If you were to capture 100 or even 10 and say, let's look at it, you know.
Okay, just keep playing it a little bit. I know. I heard just a minute ago you tried to.
How far are you?
Yeah,
if I say I'm around the corner from your house. Far enough, so you can see the corner and I can see the corner from where you're standing or from where I'm standing. No, if I tell you, like, say, I'm heading over to your house, man, you know, you having a little get together. And shit, I'm like, I'm around the corner. You
But
like,
I gotta say, Eleanor, see, if you were to record yourself with that guy Resistance, you would neuter him. Like, his social credit, he goes down because anyways, he's so vulgar. You have to capture people like that because it ruins people like that. If people get captured being disgusting people, it destroys their credibility. It like negates them from the conversation. That's what I'm saying. If you can capture
he
it.
doesn't have any credibility.
The problem is he speaks. Therefore, if you were to so you have to understand that this is competitive reframing through retitling. You would title it something like El Normo debates a horrific racist. You know, like you can competitively reframe him and neuter. I don't know. Maybe I'm projecting, but anyways, listen to this.
yeah, I said, I'm around the corner. How far I am? 20 minutes away. I ain't leave the house yet, brother.
Close.
You haven't left the house yet. That was pretty funny.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Norman, do you use a washcloth when you shower?
Sometimes. I mostly take baths, and I use them sometimes, not always.
Do you take a shower after the bath, or is the bath your shower?
The bath is my shower.
Oh.
You finished this line, man. God is good. God is good.
That's fucking
Stop,
disgusting.
Donnie.
Okay. Don't do it if you don't like it.
Yo,
no more.
You really don't take a shower after your bath?
No, do you?
You fuck yeah. How do you get all the muck off of you? All the shit in the bathtub, it collects from your body, and then when you get out, it's just sitting all over your skin. You got to rinse off.
Just dry off and I get this.
Finish this sentence. God is good. God is great.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like you said. That's crazy. Okay.
Go ahead, Shlomo.
You're supposed to take a shower after a bath. It's called hydrotherapy. So you take a hot bath or a hot tub like my jacuzzi tub, and then you get out and take a shower, neutral temperature, and increase it to as cold as you can get it I've been doing it for years.
Yeah, that's smart. See, you're changing the variables and you're doing it gradually. You're not overdoing it. Many people do those cold plunges, but you're right. I agree with you that, anyways, do you want to hear the rest of this, El Norma?
A little bit more, yeah.
That's wrong.
Well, I'm only doing this to indulge you because I wanted to listen to what I said.
Okay.
God is good. God is great. Let us thank Him for our food.
I see. Okay, got it.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I was just saying that.
Yeah, that's not wrong. Excuse my language. Excuse my mistake.
That's not what?
I accidentally said that's wrong. I didn't mean that. Sorry about that. But there's this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in this context. That's why I said that. So let's give me the next question.
Okay, so am I white or not?
No, you're not.
I'm mixed. I'm mixed.
You're lukewarm, I'll say. You're not like pure.
Oh, also, El Norma, I got to tell you, on the app Bumble now, in the ethnicity section, when you build your profile in Bumble, a dating app, it gives Judaism as an ethnicity, or Jewish for the first time ever. They've never included Jewish in the ethnicity category on Bumble, the dating app.
Like there's something going on with you.
So there's two Jewish options. One's for religion and one is for ethnicity. They actually recognize Jewish as an ethnicity now.
You're not Anglo, you know what I mean? You're
No, ask him another question, please.
I think he's
yeah.
Do you wash below your knees, or do you just let the water run? You wash your legs.
What the fuck kind of questions are these?
Do you wash? I saw a profile. You're also Jewish, so you wash everything. But the whole not taking a shower after a bath.
What's your favorite seasoning?
It's definitely black.
Oh, hang on. I go through phases. I'm into Zatar now. You know what Zatar is?
Yeah, but that's very white of you. Okay.
What I'm making right now is I use Zatar.
Hold on, brother.
I can't answer it?
Hold on. No, let me ask you a question directly. If you had to choose a season, what's your go-to season?
Seasoning.
Yeah, I think he's
black.
Yeah, he's too white. Sorry, guys.
What do you call it? I like hot pepper. Not the sauce, really, but I like the flakes.
You're black.
That's what another white person said. That's crazy.
Oh, you guys do like spice.
All right, so listen. Point. Why are you saying he's black?
I just don't believe he's white because it calls me white, and so I just don't believe him.
I don't call you white. I don't think of myself as white. I don't even like white people.
Why not? What do you think of yourself as?
Jew. I think of myself as a Jew.
Why don't you like white people?
But you mean ethnically a Jew?
That's what I am. I mean, I don't go ethnic or I'm just.
No, but I mean, it could be religious, so that's why.
Let's say Caucasian.
No, I mean, I go to synagogue all the time. Like
yeah, so
every day.
you're religiously and ethnically Jewish, correct?
Okay. Well, if that's what you want to call me.
That's what
you call yourself.
That's not how I see myself. But
but we're talking about a ethnicity right now.
You are saying.
No, we always had been. Okay.
Well, he don't even like white people.
We always had been in here.
Right, but not me.
So then, if you're not talking about ethnicity,
okay. So what were you trying to? Why were you answering the questions?
Because I thought it was interesting.
What did you think the questions were about?
About some kind of American, middle American, boring white bread,
And white would be.
So ethnicity.
Passive aggressive,
White would be in this context. White would be what?
It's an identity in America.
Exactly. Relating to
racial identity.
Okay, racial identity.
I told you he was black. I told you Norma was black.
You're right. All difficult and shit.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. So I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be clear so that we were being politically correct here.
Okay. Not sure what that means.
That is absolutely a ethnicity, being that it comes from a tribe, correct? We're trying to be inclusive here.
I have a degree in anthropology, which maybe you think of that as white. I have a degree. So
I didn't say that.
I know. I'm saying it. I'm not saying you're saying. Yeah. So I can tell you that
most anthropologists are black. Yeah, he's black.
The Jews
our understanding of
we're stuck in this
ourselves
conversation.
predates
Come on.
our
So if you don't
understanding of ourselves.
consider yourself white because you come from a different tribe of people, what do you consider yourself?
Jew.
Okay. See how easy that was?
I've been saying that.
What color is your skin? What color is your skin, brother?
Well, tan. It's not white. What did you say?
You want tan?
I gotta say, it's incredible. Isn't it incredibly frivolous? There's 11 mods on the room. This is the conversation Are You White Enough? It's so juvenile that it's so, it's just unbelievable.
I'm tan.
So,
I'm the color of a certain kind of wood.
I think that
I'm looking at my counter.
Color of a wood.
Yeah, it's some kind of wood.
Okay. Question.
That's a good description for color.
White.
Because it's like an indistinguished color. But you're right. Like I could look at my wood flooring right now and look at my arm and say, you know what? That's pretty much wood. But I mean, you could say tan. I mean, and you did say tan.
How do you define white?
I don't eat like
it's
them.
hard. It's hard. You have somebody
don't eat like them.
Confused about white too. So he can play that part. I mean, he can. If he's confused, he's confused. Fuck it. That.
I'm not confused. I don't eat that way. My calendar is different. My holidays are different.
Let me get into this, right? Listen,
what I
don't even like
You
white
make such
people.
good points.
I don't like white
You said
people.
you don't like white people.
I do not like white people.
What is a white person? What is a white person?
I mean, I know I'm a troll, but like you are definitely. This isn't even trolling. This is just like reverse engineering their bullshit.
Well, they're kind of passive aggressive.
You got it. You got what I'm doing.
Yeah, this is very funny.
I ain't looking at you.
The funniest part is that they indulge it. They I'm telling you, this app is like cats playing with a ball of yarn. It's like or casting a spider web or casting a net. Like you're trying to capture something, but without. This is very funny.
They can't dance.
So Norm, hear yourself talk. She didn't ask you that.
You can dance, Norma?
Yeah.
There's no way. She didn't ask you that whatsoever. She asked you what.
As I said before, if I go to a party and there's one black woman there,
fucking goodness,
then she'll be dancing with me. And she'll come to me. I won't have to go to her.
Okay. That's against the law.
In a crowd of people,
What is?
he appears black. Normally you're black. I knew it.
When I was younger, people thought I was black because I had that hair before season. But now,
Force is crazy.
Do you know? Okay.
Let's give it delusional.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that was what I was told by Luke Facts, lady.
No, you'll probably have a 3A or B. Okay. No, I'm so serious. It could be like people will clown you if you say 4C in another room. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, he's confused because people use 4C so loosely. I don't know why.
Yeah, they use it very loosely.
I have used black hair product.
No, and that's totally fine. It's not to say that you can't. Like it's just hair, right?
I can't get canceled for that, right?
What 4C hair would be is the kinkiest of kinky hair that is out here. So so you would be more in the 3 something.
Okay. Mine is soft though. It's not like wiry.
Understood.
Yeah.
So 3 in the 3 section.
Do you guys really give a fuck about what's happening right now?
No.
I'm actually really, really curious as to why in America he would not consider himself white.
Because white folks don't like Jews. And they're Christian. No offense to anybody who's Christian. And they have this idea that because they're Christian, everybody is Christian. I feel a little closer to Muslims because they're a little bit more outside. They're a little bit darker in skin tone.
Hey, leave the Islam's alone. What's going on?
You don't have to close. You'll be
Muslim is not a race. That's a religion.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, there are white Muslims.
Yeah, there are, but most of them are of color, I would say, or color-ish. Or
It depends. I mean, you go to Bosnia, the majority of those Muslims are pretty much white.
Well, I've spent a lot of time in Bosnia.
And you met a bunch of white Muslims, right?
No, they look a certain way. They're a mixture of European and Turkish. That's what
They
they
are
look like.
okay. So European is what in America we're classifying as white. So roots in Europe. Okay. So
And then there's the Turks, which I don't know what you would think of them, but they're a mixture.
I would
Like, you
think
know
that
how
we're totally different than white.
they're not totally, but they are different. Do you know how if you mix people, their hair comes out red? Have you seen that?
Say that one more time.
You know how when you mix people, their hair comes out red?
Red is the rarest hair color. So I don't know what you're saying.
A lot of people in Bosnia
There's a lot
are
of
mixed people. And they're red, and they have red with freckles. Do you know that kind of mixed race person, red with freckles? Yeah, a lot of them come out like that.
Where?
I have a question for you.
Where are you talking about?
In Bosnia.
I have a question for you.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has anybody
No,
told
I
you?
see them blonde. I see them from blonde hair, blue eyes, to brunette. Like, what do you mean?
That is
I've never
rare.
seen them redheaded. I've seen more Central Americans redheaded than I've seen a Turk.
Central American. I'm not saying Turk. I'm saying.
I mean Central Asian. I'm sorry, Central Asian redheaded than I've seen a Turk redheaded.
Central, I would say Bosnia. They look Central Asian.
No.
All right, Normal. Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Has anybody ever told you that you're exhausting to listen to?
Definitely.
It's like sparring, like just like you can't like get anywhere with it. It just
Well, I do.
Tap. This. Okay. It's like, where'd you get out of the conversation then?
An interesting exploration of identity and what you think of me and what you think white people are. Characteristics of black people.
I told you he was black. I told you.
I'll never doubt you again.
I'll never doubt you again either.
So I'm black? Is it by your standard?
Yeah.
Maybe a little.
So
I mean,
ethnically, you proposition yourself to be a. Ethnically, you proposition yourself to be a. I don't know why I keep saying proposition to this. Word of the day. Ethnically, you proclaim that you are a Jew. Respect. Yeah. Religiously, you've claimed that you are a Jew. Respect. I'm going to ask. Well, I'm going to infer that nationality-wise, you are an American.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got those three down. Race-wise, what'd you say you were?
Jew.
And see, this is where I have a problem.
Let me help you. Earlier, someone said, Normal, finish the sentence. And he said, God is great. And Normal said, what? Whatever.
Do you think
Let's try it again. Yeah, whatever. Who the fuck
So what's your
cares?
point that you're what's the point that you're trying to make?
Let's try it again, Normal. Say it loud. Finish it. One more time.
I'm black and
Say
I'm
it
proud.
loud.
I'm black and
Say
I'm
it one
proud.
more time. One more time. Say it loud.
I'm black and I'm proud.
Point. I can't.
Point is bad.
So now, classification of race. Actually, let me just look. I'm not just looking.
The meaning changes every, say, couple decades or so, at the most, if not more. Do you have any coffee questions? I'm making coffee. I put cardamom in my coffee.
You put cardamom in it.
Yeah, Blue Mountain coffee is sold to who the most? Because there's a
Do you know the speech made Norm, do you know the speech made in the arena?
So let's hold on 1 second before we get there, Monica. Let's stay where we are. Hold on 1
El
second.
Normo, do you know Meyer Lansky was a prolific coffee drinker?
Okay, before we move too fast. So you were able to proclaim your ethnicity, your religious views, and your nationality. Then said your race was Jewish. So I just went ahead and chat GPT this because I've never seen Jewish on any sort of racial identification thing. It's okay, Norm. I'm still not finished talking. your whiteness is not about to get ahead of what I'm speaking. Appreciate you.
There isn't any whiteness ahead of what you're saying. I don't have any of that.
It's okay, brother. Let me finish.
It's okay, brother. That's called masculinity.
It's okay. It's okay.
Right.
So,
it is okay.
As a race in America is what I put into ChatGPT. The answer, no. Judaism is primarily classified as a religion. However, Jewish identity can also be considered an ethnic, cultural, or ancestral identity. In the U.S., Jews are often categorized as an ethno-religious group rather than a race. Legally, under civil rights protections, Jewish people are covered under laws that prohibit racial and ethnic discrimination. For example, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and various federal protections considered anti-Semitic discrimination as a form of race and national origin discrimination in certain contexts, even though Judaism itself is not classified as a race. So, with all of that being said, and the waters being murky and muddied as they are, it is actually common understanding that Jew is not a race and is placated by the people of that community to try to garner some sort of protection. So, however,
I disagree.
That's okay. I'm going to finish my sentiment and you can disagree all you want. Is that okay?
Alan, could you tell me?
You don't have to ask me if it's okay. You can just talk.
I'm just
what are the human races?
I saw a map once. It said like Hapshatic, Japsatic, Shematic. It was like a map overlay with all the different terminology for the different sectors of ethnicity. You know, if you break it up, you know, I guess on a map. Do you know the answer?
No, I don't. I'm guessing there's Chinese, or in simple terms, Chinese, but if you can't say Asiatic because the people in India are a different race, I think. From the then there's the Negroid race, which basically is most of Africa, not necessarily all of Africa in the north. There's a Semitic. Now, is there a Semitic race which would include Arabs and Jews?
I mean, they're arguing about categorization. You know, it's like, let me Google that for you. These people are racial identity politicians who do this on this app all the time. They basically invent white racism and then think they're reverse engineering it. And then El Normo goes in there and totally breaks down their narrative by claiming a third party ethnicity known as Judaism or Jews. And he's not wrong. So the thing is, these people are just hypocrites. And if you spend enough time trying to be a hypocrite, you will be a hypocrite. That's what these people do. So this is their entertainment to them, because it makes them feel good about themselves, because they don't actually spend any time studying anything good. All they do is try to spread their own hate onto others as their form of talk therapy. They're low IQ. That's why they do this. But we're just laughing at them. That's why I'm playing this. Do you want to hear more, or you're going to enjoy your Shabbos?
I'm getting ready for Shabbos. But Alan, just to tell you, while you were talking about all this, because I had a previous question in a group of people that I'm addressing, I'm composing a list. And what this list is similar to what we're talking about. It's a list in the Talmud of 6 or 8 sections in Judaism.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I thought Trump is right and I'm right. There are 2 sections, male and female. But the Talmud, I have to understand this, what the references regarding how in today's terms we're considering what was in biblical times, what was discussed and written.
Well, Shlomo, the problem is words. The problem is language. I mean, if you're really high IQ, you're beyond these words and this language. These people are essentially, anyways, I understand what you're saying. I'm just trying to say, you know, Shabbos is the great enlightenment. So I hope you have a great Shabbos.
Yeah, what Shabbos is, and I'm going to go, Shabbos, as my daughter says, and many others would agree, is a term that means, when Shabbos is a thing, it's a place and time, the seventh day. Okay, we know that. What it entails is separation. Separation from everything you do during the week.
Mm-hmm.
Your earning, your job, traveling. It's a day set aside for total reflection and separation from all those things during the other 6 days. To be with your family, not to drive a car if you're ultra religious. My daughter makes an exception. She says, I'll drive the car if I'm going with the kids to the park. And I say to her, yeah, but the park is in your backyard. Well, okay. But so everybody has a different way to turn. But what it really, to me, means is separation. You're doing not what you do during the week. The holy day.
Yeah, I mean, it's the special day. I mean, what do you know about the Shekhinah, the Shekhinah?
Oh, the Shekhinah. Well, that's another thing I'm looking into. Is the Shekhinah male or female?
Mm-hmm.
We use the word he, and I was looking through Hinduism, Buddhism, different Christian beliefs, and of course Islam, and the detail that you look at that. We use the word in common language today in English, he, but he does not mean male. When you're describing God, and some of the religions have God as he, and with a partner, a female God. You know, and then of course we got Catholicism with 3 gods, but they're one. Very difficult concept.